What's dashing? What's passing? What's whiplashing?
I don't know what that intro was, but we're gonna roll with it. That was my homage to TierL'ist. My boy always be bringing that cocaine energy, you know.
And next one, please give me Coke. Coke.
All right, let's see. What are we doing today, guys? Not looking at my OBS settings. You ain't getting the trade secrets here, but we are gonna do a freaking tier list. Okay, that's what we doing. Okay, so we're about to rank these. If you don't know what a tier list is, because I know there's a lot of
Boomers in this community.
but we all got a little boomer in us, okay? And if you say you don't, you lie. Tier list, if you don't know, is just basically a list where you rank things, S being the best, even though it's red, and F obviously being the worst. I decided it would be fun to rank these restaurants based on my experience delivering for them. Not on the food, not on the ambiance, but we're gonna base our criteria on communication, deliberation, and just overall experience, I guess. So right off the bat here, my eye be catching this
hoe right here.
If you don't know her, she's Wingstop. So Wingstop right here. Now I got some tribulations with her. Okay, I'll tell you why. When I was in Ohio, Cleveland, I'd never seen a Wingstop, to be honest. But when I was in Ohio, Cleveland, this was one of the restaurants. And one of the last days I was there, and if you don't know, that trip was a complete failure. I gotta tell that story someday. So I take this Wingstop order. I get there, I'm waiting. It gives me another order. It's a really good price. They're both really close. So I'm like, okay. So I added on there. Little do I know, that was the worst mistake I'd ever made in my life. So I'm sitting there for almost 15 minutes and I finally get the first order. And I'm just thinking, oh no. It took this long just to get this one. And we're well past the delivery time at this point for both orders. And so, you know, I'm not really going up and asking. I ask a couple times, but I don't really like to be going up like every 5 minutes, you know. And there was already like 20 other dashers in there with me by that point, also waiting for the food. So I keep waiting. I go up every now and then and ask. She rolls her eyes at me legitimately every single time and just says,
"It'll be ready when it's ready."
So I'm like, okay, all right, we doing that, okay. So I go take a seat. You know, I don't give her no lip back. I give her a few glares when she's not looking, but you know, I'm a little bitch on the inside, so I'm not gonna start something. So I'm chilling, I'm waiting. Another like 20 minutes goes by, and I should have unassigned it. I should have, but you have to also remember I was trying to survive out there. And if I unassigned either of those, my completion rate would have dropped into the no-no zone. So I had to just stick it out and take it on the chin. So I just sit, wait. Eventually, the other, you know, buffalo herd of dashers that had walked in before me or after me all got served and walked out. So at this point, after like 5 minutes of them all, you know, leaving and getting their food, I go up there again, fuming. Because the past 10 times she had told me it's not ready. I was like,
"Hey, you really gotta help me out here. Like, I have been sitting here waiting. All these other people that came in before me left. Like, I'm dying over here. Please help me."
And then she just looks over to the shelf that's right next to her, picks up a bag, hands it to me. That bag I had seen sitting there since I walked in. Okay, that's what pissed me off. And then she still had the audacity to just roll her eyes at me. Communication, F. Deliberation, E. If there was A, B, C, D, oh shit, that should have been E. Okay, we skipped E, we went to F. Bro, on all fronts, F.
F.
Alright, next is my girl Burger King here, okay? And let me tell you where she's gonna go immediately. This is her home. That one is also a no-brainer for me. That's gonna be a negative. The Burger King in my area, another disclaimer, okay? The Dash world is very market specific. So you really won't know until you try the restaurant out. They could be the greatest. I mean, my F tier could be your S tier. Like it depends on the day, the week, the employee. Like there's so many factors that go into it. You should definitely not just take my word for, don't just listen to what I'm saying here and be like,
oh, I'm never gonna go to Wingstop or Burger King.
Definitely, like, if you haven't tried it out yet, go try it. You don't know what restaurants are gonna suck in your area until you do. So Burger King is an F only because the employees are so rude. Even if the store is completely empty, they won't start your order. Like, they will just go into the back, not come ask you who you're there to pick up for. They know who you're there for. It's no one in the restaurant, and they don't ever come talk to me. They'll never come up to the counter. It's so frustrating. It's just literally the worst experience I've ever had in any restaurant. I would rather sit for another 80 minutes in Wingstop, because at least I got my freaking orders, than go to Burger King, where they literally just don't even acknowledge your existence. Anyways, Dairy Queen, I'm gonna give it a D, only because I've done like one delivery from there. They were nice. The communication was good. They, made eye contact with me, Dairy Queen's fine. Like, what's not fine is who thought it would be a good idea to let somebody order a Dairy Queen Blizzard that lives 14 miles away. Okay, we don't have, freezers in our back seat. Like, that's just gonna be gone by the time I get there. So Dairy Queen's a no-go for me, because sometimes people aren't thinking and they order ice cream and expect it not to be, a puddle of sugar by the time I get to their doorstep. So I avoid those at all costs. Jersey Mike's. Jersey Mike's is on my A tier right now. They're brand new in my area. They just opened. But every time I've gone there, the sandwiches have always been ready. I never have to interact or wait in line with anybody. It's just on the shelf. They trust the Dashers in my area, or the Uber. Yeah, they trust us. So Jersey Mike's is definitely an A for me. I never really have anything to complain about with them. Chipotle is so tough, dude, because sometimes they're an S tier and then sometimes they're an F tier. That's what I mean. Like, it really depends. It can depend on, like, sometimes for the restaurants, it can depend on just like the day and what staff is scheduled, because I've walked into Chipotle some days where the people are just laughing in the back, not working on any mobile orders, not doing anything, just literal teenagers like slapping their dicks together and not even making any orders for anybody. And that's when there's like an ocean of people in the waiting area and they still won't do anything. But other days, I see really hard workers and they are out there making sure everyone's food is out there on time. So you know what? I'm not going to let the dick slappers rule this tier listing right here, all right? I'm going to let the good workers get that S. Because sometimes they do be on it, man. So I'll get you get an A. You're not S. All right, next is IHOP. IHOP has also caused some trials and tribulations for me. So my IHOP is so small you couldn't fit more than 10 people in there, but they sure do. And I'm pretty sure, honestly, the IHOP that I deliver from is probably where COVID originated. I'm not gonna lie. Like, they pack people in there like freaking sardine, right? So people are just stacked on each other. It's disgusting. The IHOP people, if the order's not ready, they'll forget about you. Like, they have so many people to deal with, they definitely cannot be checking on you twice, let alone thrice. So if your order's not ready, you might as well just walk out, because you're not gonna get it. Like, it's so annoying to pester them too, especially because like they're just constantly walking off from the front because there's not enough people in there and they have to go like serve tables. So it's a very frustrating experience. Not their fault, just overworked and a very horrible work environment for them. So definitely not their fault, but we still gonna have to give them a D. So all right, Five Guys can suck my left dude. I don't know why Five Guys think their fries gotta be hotter than the sun, because like no matter what, the fries are gonna be a little cold by the time I get there. Okay, And no matter how close I am to the restaurant, or even if I have to drive a little bit, it is never ready and they never start it until you get there and give them the name. And if you got more than one milkshake or more than one fry, you might as well just call it a night right there, because you're gonna probably be sitting there for another 2 hours. Just not a fun environment to be picking up from. All right, so next is Dennys. Dennys, I'm gonna give a C, because they just always act so confused when I walk in. Like I've maybe delivered for them like 5 times, and every time I've gone in there, like the lady at the checking people in, the hostess will always like, she'll go and get like 5 other people and
be like, do you know where Kim, where Jack, where we don't have that one.
And I think the problem is Denny has like a ghost kitchen. And if you don't know what a ghost kitchen is, Buffalo Wild Wings has one too. It's like Buffalo Burgers. But ghost kitchens, they'll open up another, restaurant on UberEats and list it as a completely separate thing. They don't even tell you that it's being made in the same exact restaurants. So I think that's why Denny's is so confused, because they also have like a ghost kitchen. I don't know what it's called, but like they just can't even keep track of the orders half the time. They just act so confused when I go in there. It takes another 10 minutes for them to even get the order, even when it's empty in there. It's just a little chaotic. Next is Panera. Panera is definitely a B for me. Panera normally has the orders ready. They've been slacking lately. I don't know what's going on. They're getting a little... I get it. DoorDashers are annoying, but you gotta understand, we're all just trying to make money, guys. Like, we should not be hating each other. We should be hating the fucking fat CEOs that are just laughing at you because you're having to do the job of 6 other people, and they're okay because you're still doing it, and so they don't want to change anything or pay you what you're worth. So like, we're all up against, some kind of jackass force, you know what I'm saying? What were we talking about? But yeah, Panera has it ready sometimes. The payouts are normally decent, but like their system is just not good. But 90% of the time the food is ready when I get there, or ready when the pickup time says it's going to be ready. So I will give them that. And they are friendly. They're just like timid sometimes. It's really weird. I don't know. All right, Moe's. Moe's is a C, because you guys got the delivercation. You're on time. So I guess I'll give you a B. But like they're just really rude as well. I guess everyone's fucking rude. I feel like I've said everyone is rude within the thing. You know what? No, Moe's is decent. Okay, they got the food ready. There's not really much else. It's never really busy because Moe's is fire though. TBH, Moe's is a B. There's really not much to say about it. The food's normally ready. The communication is meh, but it's normally ready, and they're normally decent about it. So ChickfilA, I do not. ChickfilA's, I'm gonna give ChickfilA an A, okay, because they're always friendly. Obviously, it's ChickfilA. They be praising the Lord all day. They're really nice at ChickfilA. I feel like they do have a really good takeout system, at least in my ChickfilA. And I know they're they're trying to make like dedicated facilities. I saw that in the news somewhere. They're trying to make actual like dedicated buildings for Doordash orders and Uber Eats. So ChickfilA knows how to play the game, and they definitely know that delivering is a priority, and they want to make sure people are still getting their food on the other side, because they're still paying customers. So I really like ChickfilA. They're always nice. The food's always ready. I don't go there during lunch though, because sometimes you do have to use the drive-thru. They still bring it to you, but for the most part, ChickfilA is definitely they do acknowledge like the driver community, and they are trying to make things a little better for us and easier and quicker. So I do appreciate that, ChickfilA. You get an A. McDonald's, I'm actually going to give an A as well. I know that might be surprising for a lot of people, but my McDonald's and almost every McDonald's, even the McDonald's in Ohio, Cleveland, which was way busier than anything I've ever seen in my community at my local McDonald's, was, I mean, they just have it seems like they got a really efficient system for deliveries. I know we were reading the subreddit on Hannibal is Hungry, and the McDonald's employees were saying how it doesn't work, but every time I've gone there, it's never really been like that. Like, yeah, they get busy, and sometimes you might have to wait an extra 5 or 10 minutes, but for the most part, like, they don't push back your order whatsoever. They work on it as it comes in to the queue. Whereas like Burger King, they won't even touch your shit until they've served everybody in the restaurant at mine. So I really like McDonald's. I never really have to wait long at all. They, I don't even have to ask for the food. They come out, they call the number, they always make sure they're giving the, making sure they're communicating. So I do appreciate McDonald's. I do. They're trying. They're working hard. They got a lot to do, and it's hell in there. But at least they're as nice as they can be about it. Little Caesars is also an A. Now I'm gonna give Little Caesars B. Little Caesars so far I'm gonna give it a B, only because the payouts are normally ass and nobody ever tips on Little Caesar pizzas for some reason. It is Little Caesars, but I like Little Caesars because their pickup system is so cool. In my area, maybe this is probably all Little Caesars, but my Little Caesars has a big old pizza box, and they installed a little computer on it. So you walk up to this little keypad, and you enter the PIN that it reads on your Doordash order for your little Doordash pickup. And you enter the PIN, it opens this thing, pushes out the pizzas or whatever else you need, you take it and go. And I've never had to wait for anything at Little Caesars. Probably because their pizzas take 2 seconds to make. But why'd I give this a B? Oh yeah, I'll give it an A. It's not S, but it's always ready though. But the payouts are normally just dog shit. Taco Bell. Okay, so this is a twofer because my Taco Bell and KFC are combined. And let me just tell you this right now, okay? I've never seen fast food employees work harder than at my KFC and Taco Bell. They are so nice. They joke with me. They laugh with me. They communicate. They tell me, hey, we're so sorry. We're working on that right now. It's just going to be a few more minutes. And they actually mean it. They get it out to me. They make sure I got everything at all times. Like, they are just on it. I have had the best experiences at my Taco Bell and KFC, and I know that's not the case for everyone. Obviously, there's some times where they get busy and it's just inevitable, but for the most part, I have never, ever had to wait. Like, every time I walk in, it's always ready. They're great. They're such hard workers, and they're always like boosting each other up, like,
heck yeah, guys, keep going, you're doing great.
And that shit just really butters my biscuits. So that's definitely an S tier for me. Last but not freaking least, well, a little least, is Subway. Okay, Subway can suck my Subways. But yeah, thank you guys. I really appreciate the support. Thank you for stopping by. Hannibal is Hungry, his show. If you did, definitely go check out his channel. That man is really ramping his stuff up lately, so definitely go check out Hannibal is Hungry, his show. And I think that is, yeah, that's it. All right, bye guys. Thank you so much. I will see you in the next one.